Guys, Mike here. Well, today what I'm going to be doing is I need to install this tag light for the 67. This one don't work. I can't get it apart. I got to get in here and cut that one out of there. And my bolt's loose on my ball. I want to keep this ball because I think I'll just take it to the shop. And I'll show you why I want to keep this ball. Sorry if this is noisy. The bolt actually goes up into the ball instead of like this one where the nut goes up onto the ball. I want to keep this ball. Don't know if I'll ever use it. I don't have a clue, but I do want to keep it. Due to the fact of, if I ever build me something or I don't think I'll ever get me a forklift, but if I ever build me something, I can, like a drop hitch or whatever. But with a 2-inch drop on here, I think I'll not have to even worry about it. First thing I'm going to do is I want to try to get some of this rust off of here, because I don't have any intentions of ever painting this bumper, because that just take away from the look of the truck. That's not what I'm going for. But I do want to see some fresh metal, so I know it's grounded good, and I'm almost there. Looks like this hole was almost cut out with a torch. It's not perfectly round, but that way I can drive this thing at night and not have the peace officers bothering me. But yeah, you can see some of the fresh metal on the upper edges. And this, hopefully, it popped in okay. Like I said, it looks like that hole was drilled out with or cut out with a torch. Now I'm gonna have to crawl under it, and I can't. Well, I might be able to show y'all some of it. Now I'm gonna have to crawl under it, and let's see here. Here's the wire for the tag light. Of course, here's the wire for the tag light. Of course, I'm going to have to cut it and splice it to make sure it's long enough to reach here, which I hate cutting and splicing wires. The proper way to do it would be either use those silicone crimpers, connections, or solder it. But for the present moment, stuff I can't do on camera, I'm going to cut this right here where it's bare, strip it back, and run it as tight as I can over to here. So let me get all that done, and then we'll see if it works. Got it to work. So I got one good tag light. In the state of Texas, you're only required one tag light. Like I said, I need to cut this one off, get rid of it, throw it away. That's a 2-inch ball. I'm going to keep that on there. Maybe I might replace that. It's not sitting down as far as I think it should. There's a gap, but I got a tag light now. Yay. But y'all can't see those are working. And I'm not even going to show you how I wired it, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have no bunt connectors, so I put wire nuts on there. Now I got to go to the good electronics store and get me some good silicone filled bunt connectors. And this is just, it's temporarily, and I'm not that concerned about it. It don't get driven in the moisture or anything like that very often. But guys, if you're going to do a job, do it right. And I'm going to tell y'all, I've been bit by those cheap AutoZone connectors, the same connectors you can get at O'Reilly's or Advance. Go to a good electrical store and get you some good silicone filled bunt connectors, or the heat shrink bunt connectors where after you crimp them, you can heat shrink them. Maybe that's the ones I'm thinking about, is the heat shrink ones. But I don't know if y'all can see it or not in this video, but there's wire nuts down there. Now, I've had just as much problems with those cheap ones you get at AutoZone or O'Reilly's or Advance. I probably had more problems out of them than wire nuts. Now, I don't like using the wire nuts. They can fill up with moisture, start corroding, and then cause whatever you just hooked up to quit. So, spend a little extra money and do the job right. Okay, I'm off my rant now. Now, I didn't video it, but I started oiling the bolts for my springs. I got 2-inch drop springs coming for the 67. I got 2 new shocks coming for the 67. And track bar bushings. Which I should have sprayed some liquid wrench on it. I want to try to get as much done to the suspension without the wood floor. That way, it might just make it a little bit easier. I can climb in here and kneel down on that brace and try to get to that top bolt instead of just laying on my back. But yeah, I got 2-inch drop springs coming for the 67. I've got a new 2-barrel carburetor coming for the 67. I got a list of parts I need. On this side, I need upper and lower A-arm bushings, but if I'm going to do this side, I'm going to do the other side, and when I do all that, I'm going to go ahead and put my drop springs in the front. And I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call. Was I before I was rudely interrupted by a phone call? 2-inch drop springs in the front, upper and lower A-arm bushings. I'm also going to replace the shocks on the front. It just takes time. There for a little while, all I was doing was rat holing money because of the coronavirus. But now, it doesn't seem like my job's going to be affected or anything like that. So, I'm going to slowly order me some parts in. I decided to do the speedometer needle when I do the dash pad. Because I prefer to take all that out once, get it all done once. And I hadn't been to the junkyard to see if I can't find me a little bit different steering wheel. That one's too big. But, alright guys, that's just some updates. To let you know what I'm doing. And I did it again. I shut my 9/16 wrench in the hood. And I'm glad I noticed that too. I didn't put my oil fill cap back on there. Oops. That's what I get for getting in a hurry. Okay. Well, please like this video. Please comment. Please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.